Welcome back again today, friends. I'm getting myself in gear, getting my stuff set up, switching out camera batteries in anticipation for a whole lot of batteries to get used up. So today I am doing, of course, another super mega large family freezer cooking day. I am focusing on getting a bunch of lunches in our freezer. Yes, I am. Yes and amen. We need sandwiches, we need corn dog muffins, we need burritos, we need some lunch style homemade hot pocket thingies. We need stuff. So I am congested today. 'Tis the season. A little more congested than usual. So let me read you our board though, tell you everything that's gonna go down. So today we're gonna make a whole bunch of English muffin pizzas. We are, of course, doing our classic peanut butter and jelly for the freezer, grilled cheese for the freezer. Now that's not really, we don't grill them beforehand, but we at least get the cheese on the bread and get them ready to go to make lunchtime even simpler. I'm going to also do a bunch of ham and cheese sandwiches. Then we're going to do a whole lot of bean and cheese burritos, a whole lot of homemade pizza pockets, whole lot of ham and cheese pockets, whole bunch of corn dog muffins, and then we're going to do pizza pinwheels and ham and cheese pinwheels. Very exciting. So that's 10 main recipes total. As always, the recipes and directions will be linked or spelled out in the comments below for you. Also, today's video is yet again another collaboration with the fantastic large family freezer cooking mama, Amy Marianne. If you have not met my friend Amy yet, or if you just needed a reminder, watch me make all these lunches, then hop over to Amy's channel, and she is making a bazillion large family freezer meals too. We got a peanut butter and jelly station going on over there. Zion's going to town on the peanut butter and jellies. Naomi is gonna make a bunch of the grilled cheese sandwiches for the freezer, which again, it's just cheese on bread. But there you go, the prep work is done on a busy mama day. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of these English muffin pizzas. I'm gonna get some in the oven right now to feed the actual kids that are outside waiting for lunch. Gonna get those going, and then I'm just gonna continue on to get a bunch of those in the freezer too. Okay, so I just got English muffin pizzas in the oven now. For all those adventure kids looking at me for lunch outside the window. Now, while those are cooking, I'm gonna get a bunch done for the freezer. Okay, I realized that the 2 pans that I made were not near enough to feed my family, so I'm actually making more for people to actually eat now. How many times can I actually say actually? We shall see, but let me give you a look at how our sandwich factory is going down right now. Okay, tower of PB&J's, peanut butter and strawberry. These are turkey and cheese, and then there's cheese for grilled cheese. So regular cheese, meat and cheese, peanut butter and jelly. The sandwich making continues. We got both Naomi and Zion working on it. So here's how the English muffin pizzas turned out. This is the 4th pan. They already ate through 2 panfuls and almost this pan full. And then these are left. So these will probably be consumed throughout the evening. I think they're wearing down now though. So I'm expanding my tables here since this one is full. I'm going to cut some strips of parchment paper. I'm going to lay some parchment paper in between every few pizza bagels as I pack them in the bags. Oh yes, I am here. So there's actually 17 pizza bagels in this bag. Now you can stretch these pizza English muffins by adding in some fruit and veggie snacks along with it. This evening I just gave my kids these and that's why it took so many. So if Mama wasn't cooking, I could have served them. We've got a bunch of carrot sticks right now and dip. So if I would have given them a big pile of carrot sticks and dip, probably could have cut down on the amount of English muffin pizzas that they also consumed, but that's okay. The ones who are over here in my secret sandwich factory cooking, doing sandwich assembly, the rest of them are back in Travis. So total, I made a little bit over 100 of these English muffin pizzas for the freezer, plus I made about 40 for dinner. So there you go, 140 English muffin pizzas, yay. We are done with the English muffins. I got the satisfaction of drawing the line through that. English muffin pizzas, done. Oh, so many. Peanut butter and jelly's done, so many. Prepped and ready to go. Grilled cheese done. And a bunch of turkey and cheese and a bunch of ham and cheese. I'll get to those numbers before this video is done. I just want to keep on trucking through my list and I'll do the math and a freezer tour before we are done here. So next, I'm going to get Zion and Naomi. The next little Naomi factory is going to be bean and cheese burritos. Now I am going to do corn dog muffins, a whole bunch of those. And then after the burritos and the corn dog muffins are done, then I will have a whole lunch pocket assembly line, and then we have the pinwheels, and then we're done. If only it was as easy as it was to say that. So we're just taking a few minutes now. Zion went to take the last load of sandwiches to the freezer, and now we're just wiping tables and kind of doing a few like 5-minute tidy pickup before we start the next cooking projects. So I just went out to the outside refrigerators. I needed a dozen eggs. I got 12 boxes total of just this Jiffy cornbread mix. Gonna mix this up and do corn dog muffins. what I'm trying to tell you is while I went out for the eggs, I got French toast, and then we had one small bag of pancakes. One small bag of pancakes left. And gonna get these defrosted in the house refrigerator so we can have these for breakfast. These were from my last big freezer cooking breakfast day that I showed you a week or so ago. Now, I don't know that this bowl is really big enough for what I'm about to do, but I know Zion and Naomi needed my next size up bigger bowl, and I don't think anything we're doing is quite big enough for the 30-quart mixing bowl. So while I do this whole big batch of corn dog muffins, I'm gonna watch an Amy Marian video, and I think I'm going to watch her one from last week. Last week I published the large family breakfast freezer meals, and she published a once a month lunch and snack freezer meals video. So we're swapping it up. So if you go over to her channel, when you're done with mine, she should have her large family breakfast freezer meals video up. And you will have just watched my big hoedown of large family freezer meals. You think so, Benjamin? Anyway, so here on my phone, I'm gonna watch Amy's once a month lunch and snacks, 47 minutes of large family freezer cooking goodness. Okay, so while the corn dog muffins are in the oven, I'm going to work on making the ham and cheese pinwheels. This is going to be as simple as we're going to slather some cream cheese on here, put a few slices of ham, sprinkle some cheddar cheese, roll them up. You can slice them and freeze them in their little rolls already, or you can freeze them rolled up as one big thing, and then when you defrost them, you can then slice them down. They make for a fun little snack. Add on a big cluster of grapes on every kid's plate. Quick and easy lunch. Winner, winner, burnt muffins for dinner. Okay, so I burnt a whole pan of muffins. You see what happened is I put them in there, got busy with my little pinwheels, forgot to set my timer. Checked on them, the top row looked almost done, and the bottom row, the muffins on the bottom, needed to be moved to the top. So I switched them, and I set the timer for 7 more minutes, but apparently for the ones on the top, 7 minutes too long. So good thing we have chickens. We'll try again. So got that timer set now this time. So what I do for these, again, I'll show you, slather on a layer of cream cheese, then slather on, sprinkle on a bunch of shredded sharp cheddar. You can, of course, use any kind of shredded cheese you have on hand. And then I put on 3 slices of ham. And then I roll them up. And I'm going to wrap them and get them in a gallon freezer bag. And then again, I could just set one of these out or 2 of these out if we're gonna have a snacky lunch. Look, this gets filed under my stuff we can't make up. So, work and make a whole bunch of corn dog muffins, flip some over, have some that turn out just great, burn some. There you go, there's your step-by-step process. Okay, so that was a lot of excitement. I'm going to get these ham and cheese pinwheels wrapped up in a bag. We got a whole lot of corn muffin mix, whole lot of hot dogs. Good thing, because we just lost 24 of those muffins. But I'm gonna get this cleaned up before we get our next ones in. dozen corn dog muffins. Take 2 or 3 or 4. Let's give it another go. And for these, you just need your tortilla wraps, you need some cream cheese, some mozzarella, and pepperonis. You can also shove whatever else you want in there. All right, so we got a whole lot done. I'm actually gonna go to bed here at a decent time. It's 10:45, I'm heading back from a shower. I'm going to bed here in a few seconds, or when I wake up in the morning after sleeping 8 hours, I'll give you a tour of the freezer and the breakdown of everything that we accomplished. Yay. Mama slept 8 hours, we're doing well. We are getting ready to go out for a special family meal for a special event, and then we're going to the movies. We're gonna go see Frozen 2. It's gonna be a fun day. Let me give you this rundown now and let you know all that we accomplished. Actually, better yet, I'll tell you what I did not get done. There's always something I think I'll get done, and there's usually 1 or 2 things that get left off my list. So I did not get to make the lunch pockets. I was doing, I think, ham and cheese, homemade hot pockets, and I was gonna do homemade pizza of some sort, hot pockets. Did not get that done. I have everything for it, and I will get those done here in the next day or 2, but they'll be left off of this video. So sad. But now I'll get to show you not only car contraptions going on here, but I'll get to show you my freezer that's full. You'll get to see the bazillion freezer meal breakfasts that I made last week, and you'll get to see all of these super helpful, I'm just so excited, super helpful lunches. How long will these last? Let me answer a few questions here. Common questions I get in the comments of these freezer cooking videos are, so we'll just talk about them here for a second. Jamerrill, is this all you feed your family? No, we don't eat freezer meals all day, every day, but let me tell you, when we do need them, when we do use them, which is often, I'm super thankful for them. They save my life often. We probably end up maybe 3 to 4 dinners a week will be freezer meals, and right now I'm out of freezer meal dinners. I need to take a day to do that. So right now I'm using my slow cooker a whole lot. Same thing. Probably the same average, 3 to 4. When I have breakfast freezer meals, 3 to 4 breakfast a week will be freezer meals. Same thing with lunches. And then how to reheat a lot of these freezer meals. Now, all of the recipes and the directions are going to be linked down in the description below. But what I do, I just get a little routine, and I will set any freezers that I need out from the freezer into the refrigerator at least the day before. Sometimes if I think about my full week and everything that's coming up, I'll set several days worth out so that as they defrost, I can use them and fill them in as I need them. But any recipes and directions and everything is gonna be down in that description. Now I'll show you my freezer. Here we go. Super exciting and thrilling and all those glorious things in life. So up here, we've still got bunch of those breakfast that I did in my last video. That'll also be linked below, but the corn dog muffins are up there. We have, here's the roll-ups that we did. Zion and Naomi did over 100 bean and cheese burritos, so that are also here. These are the pizza roll-ups. These are the ham and cheese roll-ups. Here are the English muffin pizzas that I did. This whole drawer is full of PB&Js for the freezer, and then over here we've got a bunch bunch of ham and cheese and a bunch of grilled cheese just all the way up. Then up here we also have, these are breakfast burritos. So yeah, it's the whole freezer is now full of breakfast freezer meals and lunch freezer meals that we are going to, let me tell you, going to be so handy over these next 4 to 6 weeks for our family of 9, 10, 11, 12, 20. You just never know with who's coming over. So of course, don't forget to head over to the lovely, beautiful, fantastic Miss Amy Marion's channel. Check out her large family freezer cooking. Her video today is a whole bunch of large family breakfast. We do something similar. We do some things different. You know what's neat is we are two mamas who have been feeding lots of people and operating out of our homemade kitchens for over 20 years now. So it's just neat to see the things she implements. Maybe it's neat to see some of the stuff I implement. Together, we are just two mamas feeding a whole lot of people all day, every day. So yeah, no matter how many kids you have, we know mamas, it's a big job. Yes and amen. Talk with you in those comments below. Bye-bye.